What's good, guys? LM7 here with another building tutorial. Today it's on the carbon freezing chamber, or 75137. And before we begin, just want to tell you the little purpose. I know I say it in every other one, but if this is your first one watching, then stands to reason. But these are for if you can't get a copy of the building instructions, whether physical copy or downloaded copy. If you want to have a challenge and see if you can build the sets with just me explaining how to build it, I think it'd be an interesting challenge. And because I enjoy to do it. So, there is all of that. Anyway, let's get started. Before we begin, again, side note, I kind of separate the sets to make it easier for me to remember how to do things, but this is all bag 1, and just this little section over here is bag 2. So it's a little skewed in this set. It's not really half and half. You get most of it done in bag 1. And you'd never imagine how helpful a brick separator is. Even though I have 40 billion of them, I only need one, but I have 40 billion, and it's very helpful. Especially because I try to do these without looking at the instruction booklet. Only if I completely forget something do I look. So, I build it a couple times, and this is a lifesaver. But let's get into it. We are going to start off with a 6x3 plate with the ends diagonally. That's not what I meant to say. Like the top diagonally cut. So it's in this little, if you put two of them together, you get a hexagonal shape. And we're going to take a 8x2 plate and put it in the middle. Next, we're going to take another 8x2 plate, put it underneath so it lines up like this, and you have a couple studs on the end. And we're going to take two studs and put them like this. Now, they don't have to be orange. Like I've mentioned in other tutorials, they don't have to be the same colors I'm using. I'm just building the official set, so if you want it to look like the set itself, obviously try and match the colors I'm using. But, studs aren't super important. Now we're going to take a 4x4 plate and go underneath and put two 1x2 plates on both sides, just like this, and put it on the end of our previous built thing. Now we're going to take a brick, a 1x2, if I can find it. Here it is, 1x2 brick. Put it on the end, and cover up this middle section with two 2x4 smooth plates, or tiles, whatever you want to call them. So you take two of them, and you cover up the middle. Now we're going to take a 2x2 plate, happens to be bright orange, put it on the top. I know you didn't see it because it is already pretty much as tall as the view, but I'm building it really close so you guys can see in high def. I could build it way back here and you could see more, but I'd rather you see the pieces closer and I finagle the set. And then we're going to take these pieces. It is a angled 4x4 plate. So that's the dimension. If you got rid of the bars in the middle, it'd be a 2x4 plate, but make sure it's got this angle. It's got a little, kind of looks like an A. And if you got rid of the middle, it could look like an M or a V. So we're going to call it the A-shaped piece. So we're going to take two of those and put them on the sides next to the studs. Because we're going to be building the angle of the set now, and it goes, off. It's not linear like most sets are. And we're also going to see how crazy this set is before it's released. As you guys probably know, I filmed this way in advance, so I'm doing this before the release. I think this one's going up on the 4th, breaking the 4th wall there. Anyway, let's not ramble too much, because I'd like to get this done in a 30-minute part. That'd be cool. If it runs over a little bit, that's okay. Now we're going to take a 1x1 brick and put it on top of the stud, and we're going to do that twice. So if I can find my other 1x1, just like that. And we're going to take two, what is it? I think it's 1x12 brick with 11 holes in the middle. We're going to take two of those and cover up this section here. So here's what it looks like. Now we are going to take a 1x4 brick with 3 holes in the middle, put it on top, and we also need 2 Technic pins. Just the standard Technic pins, the black ones, preferably, because they have friction, unlike the blue ones, which allow rotation. If I can find the second one, here it is. So there's like that, you want that. Now we're going to build a little Technic step. This set's going to have a bit of Technic in it, compared to other sets I've done in 2016. If you go back to the other countless building tutorials I have, I think the hardest one would be the Slave 1, and it has some Technic in it. But we're going to take a Technic axle, 10M in length. We're going to take this specialized Technic piece that can, it's on this little swivel joint. So it has 2 Technic axles, or Technic slots in the end, and then the swivel joint in the middle, and put that on one end. We're going to take another technical piece. It's kind of like an axle looking piece. It's another A-shaped piece, but it's got 4 Technic holes, Technic cross axle holes on 2 on either side, and then a Technic pin hole on the top, and go like this, and then finish that with a small wheel, just with the smallest wheel you can get. I know they're technically classified as a bush, but I think that's a weird name for it. So the smallest Technic wheel, you'll know what it is. And we're actually going to use 2 of those to make sure that this Technic stuff doesn't fall apart. So there's that. And then we're going to put it in the center of the 1x4 brick. And make sure it rests on the sliding, the smooth tiles, like that. Now, so it doesn't roll away, we're going to take, oh, I just saw it, this 2x2 plate with a raised top and 2 studs on the front, with notch facing up. And we're going to do the front 2 studs. We're going to take a 1x1 round smooth plate and put it like this. So we're going to do that, and we're going to put it on the orange 2x2 plate we originally put on there. This will allow the thing to not pass its extension point. Now, or we can break it off, I suppose. Anyway, we can now fumble around a little bit. We are going to take a 5M Technic axle, and we're going to put it at the other end of the swivel jointed Technic piece. So just like this. We're going to put it like this, and then we're going to take another one of the smallest wheels, just with the Technic cross in the middle, and cover that up. So just like that. Then we are going to work on the back so it doesn't keep falling out. We're going to need another one of the smallest wheels. If I can find it. Where is it? Here it is. Smallest wheels. And this will make sure it doesn't fall out of place. And you want to slide it to the front. Slide it all the way to the blue studs. And then we are going to finish it with a ball joint with a Technic cross in the middle. Okay, so now that that's all taken care of, now we can try and keep this from, going everywhere. So we're going to take this L-shaped Technic piece. It has 5 Technic holes on the bottom, and it goes up 3. We're going to take one of those, put it on the side like this, and then we're going to build a little section here, and then put another L-shaped piece. I'm sure if you built any Technic, you know how that works. We're going to take a 2x4 plate to start off, and a 1x2 brick with hole in the center. And then we're going to take 3 more and fill in the entire plate. Now make sure these 2 you can see through the center, but you won't be able to see through this side. Where is it? Here it is. So you can't see through here, but you can see through the center. That's important. Now you're going to take 2 Technic pins and put them on the side ones, the sides you can't see through. If I could find a little... Oh, where is it? My little Technic pin. Where are you at? There it is. Technic pin. And we're going to top it off with a 2x4 smooth tile. So just like that. Then we're going to put that in the top slot of the L-shaped piece and make sure you put the yellow axle into the piece we just built. So now it won't fall down any more than that. And then obviously we're going to take the other L-shaped piece and put it on the 2 Technic pins that we already have. So just like this, and then, well, my thing fell, and then you can keep it, there we go. So you want this. So when you bend it, the yellow axle goes through the center. And now we're going to make sure it doesn't fall apart like you just saw it fall apart on me. And I'm foreseeing this to be at least 2 parts. Oh well. So we're going to take a 4x4 circular plate with hole in the center. A 2x2 round plate with Technic cross hole in the center. Put them on top like this. Take a 4x4 circular plate with 4 studs missing in the middle. Cover that up like this. And then we are going to take 2 grill plates. Put them vertical from each other. Or horizontal, whatever direction you feel like saying it is. Because you could say it's both. And then we're going to take 2 1x2 plates with stud on the top. But only 1 stud, not 2. So like this. Flip it over and put 2 2x2 round plates on the bottom. And make sure, while I'm looking for the piece, make sure you can see through the bottom. I mean the entire little thing that we just built. So you can see through the middle, and that's going on top of the yellow axle we already did. So just like that. Easy. Now we're going to take 4 1x1 bricks. One goes here. One's going to go on the other side to make that side the same height. One is going to go right there. And we are going to put the last one on the other side, mirroring what I just did. Okay, now we're going to take a 1x6 brick, put it on top here, and then a 1x4 brick with arch, and put it right here. So, keeps the Technic pieces kind of from going all over the place, in case it does break. Now we're going to take a 1x2 brick with decorative grooves in the side. Make sure it is the vertical grooves that go inward towards the set. And then we're going to take 2 1x2x1 L bricks. And if I could find it... Where did it go? There it is. Okay, 1x2x1 L bricks. And then we're going to take this arch piece. It's a 1x3, and it is 2 tall, 2 bricks tall, with a little upward slope. And we're going to put those there. If you're building this out of spare pieces that you have, those pieces might be difficult to find. Now we're going to take a 1x2 brick, cover up behind those slopes that we just did, and put another 1x6 brick behind that. So like looking like this. This is actually going to be the front of the set, this side. Now we're going to take another 3x6 plate with diagonal edges. And we are going to actually flip it over so we can see the front of the set. And we're going to put it like this. So now we have this side the front, and then obviously the other side. There's 4 sides total, which is interesting, but whatever. We're going to take another stud, put it right here. Then we are going to take a 2x3 plate. Where is it? Put that right there. And we're going to take a 1x4 hinge plate. Make sure it bends upward like this, and put it right here. Okay, now we're going to take a 1x6 brick and a 2x2 brick. We're going to put the 2x2 brick here, and then a 1x6 brick there to cover everything up. Now we're going to take 2 1x2 bricks, put one right there, put one right there, and then a 2x3 brick and put it in the center. So we're making a little wall here. We're going to take another 2x2 brick, put it back here, and then another 1x6 brick. Just like that. That's to keep the wall kind of sturdy. Now we're going to take 2 more of those 1x3 by 2 tall slope pieces, face it inward, and put it on the last stud of the 2x2 brick. So just like that. And then take a 2x2 brick and connect the wall. Now take a 2x3 brick, fill in that open spot, and take 2 1x2 by 2 tall bricks and fill in the rest of the wall. Just like this. So we have the wall the same height already as the other one. And now we're going to take 3 studs. One here, one here, and one here. And then we are going to take a 1x3 plate, 1x3 plate, put it right here. So you can see it's not centered, it's a little off. We're going to take a 1x2 plate with a bar on the front. Put that one right there. And then take another one of the A bricks. Well, the A plates, actually. And put it in between these two like this. That'll keep the 2 walls kind of together. So this is what we've done, like that. Alright, now we're going to build this little section here. So, push this off to the side for a little bit. We're going to start with a 4x6 plate. Doesn't have to be red, obviously. Take a grill plate, put it in the center 2 studs, and take a normal stud and put it right there. Now we're going to take 2 1x2 plates, line that up with the grill, line that up with the grill plate, take another one, put it here, put a third one on top of the one we just placed, and put a 2x2 plate on the corner. So we have this kind of function going on. Now you're going to want to put a 1x2 plate underneath, like this. And then we are going to do a tiny little, we're going to do a small Technic step in just a second. So we're going to take a 1x2 brick with hole in the center, put it on the raised section that we just did, and take a 1x1 brick that is, I want to say it's 4 tall. 4 bricks tall. Because there is a 5 brick tall version. Now we're going to take this specialized 2x2 plate, or 2x4 plate, excuse me. It has 3 holes in the center, it's missing 4 studs, and it has a Technic pin connector on the top. We're going to take a 1x2 plate. This happens to be clear. Put it, don't put it like this. I do this every time for this particular step. I always put it in the wrong spot. So put it like that. 1 stud above. Flip it over. Now we take a Technic pin. Here it is. It's a 3M Technic pin. It's a double Technic pin with a cross-axle pin connected. Put it through just like this. So you have this. This piece might be hard to get to if you're building it out of your own parts. Now we're going to take this 1x2 plate with a 2M Technic beam sticking out of the top. We're going to put it on the end where the Technic pin is, not the cross-axle pin, because the cross-axle pin will be taking the cross-axle adapter piece. And we're going to put that like that. And then we're going to put that on what we already built. So, just like so. So that the clear 1x2 plate lines up with the grill plate we put on. Alright, now we have the little Technic step I was talking about. I got ahead of myself. So we're going to take the ball joint with the cross axle in the middle. Take a 2M axle, Technic. You know, the little red ones that we always get in most sets. Put it like that. Excuse me, put it like that. Take a 2M cross axle beam, only half a brick thick. So we take 2 of those, cover up the red Technic beam, and then with the slot that's still available, you take a 3 Technic beam, a 3M beam, excuse me, and put it through both of them. So, just like this, and then you connect it through this hole here. Just like that. And that should allow this plate to move up and down, which is nice, and it's a kind of a weird function, but whatever. Okay. So now I'm going to build a little window for whatever reason. We're going to take this 2x1 brick with the center carved out. It's obviously trans gray because it's a window, but it is 3 tall. Oh, maybe it's 3 tall. It's hard to tell. I think it's 2.3 bricks tall. So then you take a 1x2 plate and put it on top to make it 3 bricks tall. No, it's still not 3 bricks tall. Whatever. It's you know what it is. If you have the piece, you'll know what it is. So it will actually equal this. So what is it? It's 2 bricks tall, actually. Excuse me. I don't know why I had a I don't know, dumb moment like that. Now we're going to take this 4x6 plate with diagonal edges. As you can see when I reflect in the light, you can see it better. I don't know, black is hard to see for some reason. And we're going to put it on the top, line it up with the plates we've already used. It'd be helpful if when I knock this off, I actually put it back in the right spot. So there's a stud missing here, but make sure this brick is 1 up. And then we're going to just simply put it on the rest of our build. So with these 2 studs, you can extend it out normally and put it just like that. So now it's part of the building. And then so we don't see all of this when the build is done, we're going to take this 1x6 brick with the center carved out, and it is 5 tall. So we just simply cover that up just like that, and now you can't see any of the work you just did. So we're going to take another 1x4 hinge plate. Make sure the hinge is facing the same way as the last one, and cover up the spot right above it. So it keeps the wall together, but allows you to move the wall if you'd like to. Then we're going to take 2 1x1 plates with a horizontal vertical clip. I know it sounds funny, but just look at the clip. Make sure it's facing the right direction. So we're going to take 2 of them and put them right above these 2 studs right here. We're going to come back to that in just a second. After we take a 2x6 plate, a grill plate, put it on just like that. We're going to take this sloped plate. It is a 4x4, obviously, and there's 4 studs missing in the middle. So it looks like this. Then we're going to fill this in with 2 1x2 plates. I don't know why they're the clear ones and they just didn't use a 2x2 plate, but whatever. Fill it in like that, and go on the other side and fill the bottom in with 2 studs. So you get this shape. And then, oops, my bad. Apologize for that. I hit the camera. And then we're going to put this on right here and tighten up the wall structure. So, if I flip it like this, this is the piece we just put on, and it goes in between the little clips we put on a step before. So just like I said, we're now going to actually work on the little clips that we just did. We're going to take a 1x1 round brick. We're going to take a cone, put the cone on top of the round brick just like this, and then put a aerial on top. And what you do is you put this on the stud down here, and then put it in the clip as well. So, just like that. And it is a ×2, and I don't know why I took it apart. I could have just already had it done, but I just built it off screen. And you put 2 of them like that. Okay. Now we're going to build the middle section. So we just built this top with the orange piece right here, the sloped plate. We're going to do the same with the middle now. So we're going to take 2 1x4 plates and put them like this. Put the top a grill plate to keep them connected. I don't know why we just didn't use a 2x4 plate. Maybe there isn't one in the set, but I think we've used one. We used the same 4x4 sloped plate with the missing studs in the middle, and fill in the center with 2 1x2 smooth tiles. These happen to be trans orange in this set. So you can see through it, but it's obviously a plate. And then we're going to put that in the middle. The middle section, so just like that. Okay, now we're going to take and move on to the other side before, we're almost on bag 2 actually. So 4x6 plate with studs missing in the center, and put it on the A-shaped plate here. So now we are going to be working on this side. So a 5 tall 1x2 brick, put that right here, and then take a 1x1 of the same kind and put it right there. Alright, so I think we're almost on bag 2 if I remember correctly. So we take another A-shaped piece and we fill in the top just to keep the wall together. So like that. And then we're going to build that same little triangular piece on the on this section here. So take a 2x6 plate. We've already done this. Take a grill plate. Take the sloped plate with the studs missing, and take 2 1x2 smooth tiles and put them in the middle. And then you put it on top to keep the wall connected and, you know, make it a little better looking on the top. So there's the one we just built, and we put that right there. And looking at the time, we are going to be going over 30 by a little bit. And then we take 3 1x6 smooth tiles and cover the entire top where the orange studs are. So there's the 3 we just put on. And that's it for bag 1. So like I said, as you can see, we're pretty much almost done with the set. We just had the little elevator feature and the staircase to build. So you're going to take 2 1x4 plates, put one right there, and put one right there. Then we're going to take a 1x2 brick that is 5 tall, put it right there, leaving a 1 gap. That's important. And now we're going to build the little elevator function. So start with a 1x2 brick with 2 Technic pins already connected. An L Technic beam, which is 5 long and 3 tall. Put it on one of the sides. Take another one of those 1x2 bricks with Technic beams. Put it next to the one we just did. So like this. Take a 4x4 plate and put it underneath. So just like so. Take a red, it doesn't have to be red, but a 2 Technic beam, a 2 long Technic beam, put it on the front, and then fill in the rest of the studs with a 2x2 brick. Cover it up with a 4x4 plate, and there you go. It's pretty much the elevator right here. Then take 4 1x2 tiles and make a pattern on the top. So that's the pattern we need to make on the top. Now we take a Technic pin that's half Technic pin and half cross axle, put it on the top of the L-beam, and then take a Technic beam that is half cross axle, half Technic pin, too long, and put it right there. Take another one of those Technic pins we just used, half and half, one half Technic, one half cross axle, put it right here, and take a ball joint that isn't see-through. There isn't a cross axle through the entire thing, and put it right there. And that is the elevator. So, technically, I actually built this wrong. So, 1 second. I reversed the order. So the one brick, this brick here, the 1x1, is actually supposed to go in the front, with a 2x1 goes in the back. That is so this little red Technic beam fits right there. So that's not connected to anything. Now we're going to cover that up so we don't see it. Take a 1x3 plate, put it on top of the A plate. Take a 1x2 brick that is 5 tall, put it on this side right here, and a 1x1 version on the other side. Now we're going to build the little top section so the elevator just doesn't crumble. So you take a 2x4 plate, a 1x4 plate, and you make this L-shaped with it. Put in front of it a grill plate, and then you put a 1x3 plate on here. So you make the L a little longer, cover that up with a round smooth tile, 1x1, and then put a 2x2 plate, 2x4 plate on the top like this. And then that is pretty much the top. You just you make sure the smooth round plate is at the end, and you just cover up the top. So if I lift it up, you can see it's about the same size as all the other ones. And now the elevator does what it needs to do, and all that fun stuff. Okay, so now we're going to build the little computer on the other side and put it on these clear plates that we already used. So take a 2x2 round brick with cross-axle hole in the middle. That's not important for this one. This 1x2 plate with the rotating table hinge on it. Put it right there. Take a wedge, a 2x1 wedge piece.